What's going on, guys? How are you today? I hope everything is well with you. So today I was because as somebody that lives outside of Nigeria, I don't follow American politics. I don't really care about it because it will drive you crazy if you get carried away. I'm self-aware. I know what's happening around me, but I try not to dig further or seek further because the division on both sides will drive you crazy. So for me personally, I don't do that. In order to calm my nerves, I am constantly trolling Nigerian news media, UK news media, East African news media, Indian, so somewhere that takes me out of the madness around here. Because here is like school shooting here, white supremacy, this, all that. No, I don't want that. I want my peace, okay? So today I was on a Nigerian website. It's called People's Gazette. I think it's a website, it's a magazine, or some news outlet or something like that. So let me read from what it says here. It says, prayers needed to end Boko Haram, says Pastor Adeboye. He told the Borno state government that prayer is needed to end Boko Haram. Now, for those of you who know me from the other channel, my other channel, I said yesterday or a few days back on here that I'm going to I'm not about that life where I used to talk about things like this, But every now and then I have to look. I mean, we have to speak up regarding these things, especially religion. One of the things that has divided Nigeria, we think that religion unites us. It does not. It divides us. Religion in Nigeria robs us of the capacity to think for ourselves, because we sit down, we think that a higher power is going to do things for us. It doesn't happen. It does not happen. There is no magic. There is no miracle. If you do not do anything, if you can't use your hand, if you can't use your God-given brain to do something, nothing will happen. So imagine this Nigerian GO saying that prayer, for God's sake, let me put out a challenge there to you Nigerians. If prayer solves anything, I want to document it and I'll give you ₦1,000,000. Show me something that prayer did. Or you think I will give you a problem, or you can bring any problem. Put any problem in front of me. Tell me that prayer will solve this problem, and then we'll put it against scientific solution. And then if your prayer solves that problem, I'm gonna give you ₦1,000,000. Okay? Because these pastors, these religious men in Nigeria, they have made Nigerians lazy. You see, Nigerians, what we should be asking our governments, we elect leaders to go there and do things for us, but the leaders go there and enrich themselves. So instead of us to now hold these leaders accountable for bad roads, for poor electricity, for insecurity, for all the bad things that are happening in Nigeria, we go to church and pray to God. It's never gonna happen, okay? I used to believe all of these things, that things will change. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. Maybe there is a God, but we are not worshiping the same. If we are worshiping actually the God that made this earth, I don't think, because you guys are read Bible, you say He made us in His image and likeness. I don't see anything. I don't see any being. I don't see any supernatural being that will create something in his own image and sit down somewhere and watch that his creation suffer, what his creation go through. That same book that this is your same Bible, is the one that says that people were born into sin. I did not ask to be here. Sinners did not ask to be here. Okay, and then you guys say that, there's a better place, is heaven. There is nothing. This is the only life you have. This is the only life you have. There's nothing. If you show me the proof, if there is a God, it's not the one we are worshiping. Okay, it's not the one, especially in Nigeria, because you guys do revival every day and night. Now, why on earth we've had insecurity for more than about 15 years now in Nigeria? A lot of millions of Nigerians are displaced because of insecurities in different parts of the country. Lack of government action. The responsibility of a responsive government is to maintain peace and order in the country. The Nigerian government has failed. Now we have charlatans. Yes, I said Nigerian pastors, all of them are charlatans. They don't have any job, for God's sake. Okay, they've deceived us into believing that there's hell, there's brimstones. And look, you have to evolve your thinking in 2022. We are going to 2023 now. You have to evolve your thinking, begin to think for yourselves. India does not believe in Jesus. They don't believe in the kind of God. The things that you guys call, what do you call it? Idol worshipping. They are ahead of us. Technologically, they are ahead of us. Scientifically, they are ahead of us. In terms of human resources, they are ahead of us. They don't get two heads now. They have only one head. Why? Because they think. Every Nigerian is capable of thinking. Every Nigerian is capable of, let me use one big word. They call it excogitation. It means to discover by thinking. We can think ourselves out of this, some of the problems we are having in Nigeria, but we don't. We sit down there and think that it's a higher power. All these men of so-called fake men of God. Begin to think for yourselves, Nigeria. So let me go back to this guy in Borno State. How on earth Boko Haram has decimated that country? You cannot travel to from one part of Nigeria to another peacefully. You cannot do it successfully. It's either there is no way on earth, there's no country on earth where terrorists derailed a whole locomotive. It happens in Nigeria. Where was God then? Where was God then? I don't care about you guys, okay? We have to speak this. It's uncomfortable truth, okay? It's painful to hear, okay? But you have to ask these questions. Some of you listening to me, there's things you are going through. Maybe you've been praying about it. There's no solution, okay? You don't have any solution. So it's time for you to start thinking that if you don't solve this problem, nobody is going to, there's no supernatural power, nothing. If it's there, why does it have to be like this? So for you to continue to mortgage your life into the hands of pastors in Nigeria, religious leaders, these people are millionaires, are billionaires. Go to Google and type richest pastors, 10 richest pastors in the world. About 5 or 6 of them will come from Nigeria. They get rich because from people like you. The people who brought religion to us. They don't look like us, okay? They don't worship, they don't go to church every Sunday. They don't do revival. They don't do fasting and prayer. They don't cast and bind. They don't do deliverance. They don't do all of those nonsense we do in Nigeria. They don't do it. I live in this country. They don't go to church, for God's sake. They don't go to freaking church. I've never seen anybody here say, oh, they're going through hard times. They want to pray about it to go. No. Okay? No. They hold their leaders accountable. For me, from on this channel and on my previous, this is what I always talk about. If you do not get up, rise up to ask, to demand, to let things change, make things happen. There is nobody, I'll say it again authoritatively, there is nobody in heaven or earth that can solve your problem for you, that can change anything. Chinese people, the gods they worship looks like them. Indians, the gods they worship looks like them. The people who introduce Christianity to you, Christ and other prophets look like them. Who are your heroes? Who are your prophets? Do you think somebody from Jerusalem or Israel came over to Africa, to Nigeria, and said, "You are my people, I created you," or the heaven? Nonsense. The world will live. And to those of you, Adeboye and all these other Nigerian pastors that are working out, the world will end. We are living in end times. There's nothing like end times, okay? Your religion is only 2,000 years old. Only 2,000 years. The world has existed for millennia. That's millions of years. So it's your religion that came yesterday that will come and tell us that it's going to end. Like I said, I used to believe all of these things. I've had personal struggles. Okay, I've struggled on my own pretty much all my life, since from, let's say, from age 10 to now. I started taking care of myself, start from age 10 to now. I've seen difficulty. I've been without food. I've been without shelter. I've been without love, without care, without things. And at that point, I used to go to churches. I used to seek the face of God. I used to nothing. Okay, nothing. And you claim that he created us in his own image. I don't see any reason why a God that created humans in his own image would let humans suffer. I don't see it. Okay, I've had this conversation with somebody, some guy somewhere online. He said that, well, the fact that you wake up every day is by God's grace. Animals, lizard wakes up every day. Rats, cows wake up every day. Okay, so there's nothing special about human beings waking up. We don't even know. Why do you think all these Americans and others are sending rockets or to the outer world, to Mars and other places? They want to discover there's another life out there. Okay, so it's not this. Do you think in the whole solar system, Earth is the only one that can hold life, sustain life? Since the planets are like millions of light years apart, somewhere there's another Earth where we don't know. That's why these people are out there looking, and you guys want to tell me that somebody that came 2,000 years ago created this world. I think, look, no man of God can deceive me. No pastor, especially Nigerian pastor. I used to go to church then. The reason why I even became like this is because of Nigerian pastors and churches. Okay, you guys get rich over or off of Nigerians. Okay, and we've had bad government. Your prayer cannot change bad government. We've had so many things that this your supernatural prayer can change. It has never happened. Okay, you pray to people on people's head and give them olive oil that Oyibo people used to cook fried things here, but you Nigerians use it to do your 419. It doesn't work. It does not work. Okay, listen, I don't care about what you think about me. I don't care it's your personal belief. Okay, it is what you believe, but my own is that keep it to yourself. Don't come and tell me that insecurity will end when you pray about it. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. That's why when Nigerians go to play ball in the soccer in tournament, you guys pray. The other teams prepared, you guys pray. Inside the field, shamelessly, you kneel down and pray for God to come and help you, while others prepared and they beat una. World Cup they happen, una know they go. So what is going on? So the reason why I'm making this video is that is for you to take personal responsibility. There is no deity anywhere to do anything for you. There's no supernatural power anywhere. I've put out a challenge for you. If you can prove to me the existence of a supernatural power, please, I will come with a camera and record that thing you said. There's none. Okay, so you Nigerians, I think that, listen to me, I've said this several times, Nigerians are amongst the smartest people in the world, for God's sake. We are the smartest, amongst the smartest people in the world. We work hard to make things happen. Okay? But we are way back because we have abdicated self-responsibility to an unseen entity, to an unknown entity, and we think it's not gonna happen. These pastors, they know. These pastors they know all of these things is fake. Why are they walking around with bulletproof? Why are they walking around in bulletproof cars? A pastor walking around with a convoy of security. Why can't the Holy Ghost protect him? And you guys will sit down there. Look, if you want to keep believing in these things, go ahead. But you can also use your other part of brain to know that nothing is going to happen. Nothing will change. There's no intervention from anywhere if you don't get up and do it. Okay? All right, guys. I didn't want to go this far, but I'll make another video later. You can, if you think what I've said is not palatable enough for you, leave a comment. Okay, subscribe to the channel, and do not take offense to what I say. It's my opinion. If you have your own opinion, that's okay. Put it out there also. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Until I make another video next time, take care.